It was a dark time in Equestria for a poor pony named Misty. She had been working for Opaline, an evil Alicorn whom no pony else knew existed at the time. Opaline had been sending Misty out into Maritime Bay on numerous occasions to find the source of all its magic so that she could retain her magic. Misty did not have her cutie mark yet, but Opaline had promised she'd get Misty her cutie mark if she did what Opaline had ordered. But time after time, she failed on her mission. "You disappointed me to no end, Misty," said Opaline. "I have sent you down to Maritime Bay with strict orders, and you have failed me every single time." "I'm sorry, Opaline," said Misty. "I'm doing my best, but I keep getting distracted."
"That's the problem, Misty," said Opaline. "You're not taking this seriously. If you want to get your cutie mark so badly, then why aren't you working hard enough for it?"
"Something about those other ponies makes me feel kind of good," said Misty.
"Listen to me, Misty," said Opaline. "They are not your friends. I am your only friend." Then she sighed. "If you can't stay focused to do this right, then I guess I shall have to do this myself."
"But how will that give me my cutie mark?"
asked Misty. Good point," said Opaline. "I suppose I will need you to come with me. Since you've been down here before, you can help guide me. For all your failures, you've been there several times, so you will at least be somewhat useful here."
"Great!"
cheered Misty. Opaline then thought again. "But this isn't going to be easy. No pony knows of my existence yet. I will need to think of some way for us to go down there and not draw so much attention." Hearing Opaline say that, Misty came up with an idea. She said to Opaline,
"Well, I learned of something called movies, and they show posters from them outside the theater. One of them I saw showcased two smaller ponies disguising themselves as a bigger pony with a hat and trench coat. Maybe we could do that?"
Opaline blinked. "That's the most ludicrous thing I have ever heard," she said. "The plan is to avoid drawing attention. This idea will make us look suspicious, which will draw attention to ourselves."
Misty responded, "Well, without your full magic, we don't exactly have any better ideas."
Opaline knew what Misty said was right. "Sadly, that's the most sensible thing you've said all day," she sighed. "All right, let's do it." Misty went into her room and pulled out a big trench coat and fedora. She climbed on top of Opaline clumsily and awkwardly. Soon, she was positioned just right. Opaline sighed as Misty buttoned up the coat.
"You okay down there, Opaline?"
Misty asked. "Carrying you around while in a coat is not particularly ideal," Opaline answered from inside the coat. "But I will do anything to get that dragon." Opaline started to walk out of the castle. While exiting the room, Misty banged her head on the doorframe. "This is going to be a recurring problem, isn't it?" sighed Opaline. Misty ducked under the doorframe as Opaline proceeded outside. When they arrived in Maritime Bay, Misty guided Opaline as best as she could. Before long, Misty saw a food truck.
"Say, I'm getting hungry," said Misty. "Can we stop for a snack?"
"Misty, we have a mission! Focus!" snapped Opaline.
"I can't focus when I'm hungry," said Misty.
Opaline sighed. "Well, I said that it would be annoying listening to your stomach grumbling all day. All right, just this one snack, but you must stay focused on our mission." Opaline walked up to the food court. "What can I get for you?" said the stallion in the truck. "My, you're a big girl." Misty giggled.
"I'll take a small popcorn, please."
"Coming right up," said the stallion. "That'll be 3 bits." Misty placed 3 bits on the counter as the stallion got her popcorn for her. "At least you paid for it," Opaline said to Misty in a hushed whisper. Once Misty got her popcorn, she started eating as Opaline continued to walk.
"This popcorn is so good,"
said Misty with her mouth full. "You want some?" she offered to Opaline. "Not now," Opaline declined. "My mission does not involve popcorn." "Suit yourself," said Misty as she kept eating. "Misty, focus!" snapped Opaline. "Now, where are we going to find that dragon?"
"The pony we need to look for is Hitch Trailblazer," said Misty. "He's the only one holding custody of the dragon."
"Perfect," said Opaline. "This is exactly why I need you, Misty. Now, where is this Hutch?"
"He's the sheriff of this town," said Misty, "so he'll most likely be at the sheriff's station. That's where he normally keeps the dragons, so I suggest we search there."
"Brilliant thinking, Misty," said Opaline. so guide me in that direction." Misty guided Opaline to the station. As she was walking, they walked past Maid Melody. "Oh, hey, check it out," Misty said. Opaline stopped. "What is it this time?" she groaned. "It's the beauty salon," said Misty. "I've been hearing about the hairstyles that Jazz has been doing here. I want one. Can we get one, please?" Opaline growled. "Misty, I am not your mother. We don't have time for fun and games. We're on a mission." "But my maid is getting in my hair because of this hat," said Misty. I should at the very least have them trim it back." Opaline growled again. "Ugh, fine, but this is the last thing we're doing, so please make it quick." Opaline walked inside, and Misty hit her head on the doorframe. Once again, they were greeted by Pip Petals. "Hi there," Pip said, and then gasped. "OMC! You must be new in town. I have never seen a stallion as big as you." "Oh, yeah," said Misty. "I am new in town. My name is Misty Oval? Mystic Oval, that's right. Welcome to Maid Melody," said Pip. "I'm Pip Petals, and I'll be grooming your hair today, so come right in and have a seat." Misty whimpered alongside Opal. "Psst, Opaline, this is one of the ponies I've talked with. She's one of the 5 who brought magic back to Equestria." "Excellent," whispered Opaline. "Maybe we should get some answers from her." Opaline walked over to the chair Pip led them to, and she awkwardly sat in it. "Good thing I have this jumbo-sized chair," said Pip. "I guess Izzy was right when she made it. I never knew what I needed." She took Misty's hat off. "Shall I take your coat?" "Oh, no, I prefer to keep it on," said Misty in a jumpy tone. "Very well," said Pip. "So, what'll it be?" "I just want my hair trimmed a bit so it won't get in my eyes so much," said Misty. Pip got right to work on that and started chatting with Misty. "I must say, you're the biggest pony I've ever met. How'd you get the beard this side?" "Oh," Misty said, "I was looking to gain some weight, so I found this really hearty oatmeal recipe that really helped me. I ate too much." "That sounds bizarro," said Pip. "And what's with the trench coat?" Misty lied. "I found it in a second-hand store, and I'm going to a costume party later today." "Oh, sounds fun," said Pip. "So what brings you here?" "I'm looking for the sheriff of this town, Hitch Trailblazer," said Misty. "Do you know if he's in today?" "Are you kidding?" said Pip. "That guy never takes a break. I should know because I'm one of his closest friends." "Oh, great," said Misty. "Maybe you could take me over there after we're finished." "Sure thing," said Pip. At that moment, Pip had just finished. She showed Misty her new look in the mirror. "I love it," said Misty. "That'll keep my hair out of my face for sure." "Glad you like it," said Pip. "Now shall we proceed to the station?" "Yes," said Misty. "Let me just put my hat back on and let's go." Opaline was relieved that this didn't take too long. Her patience was starting to wear thin, but now she could finally get to Sparky. She got up and followed Pip outside. Once again, Misty bumped her head on the doorframe as Opaline carried her out. "Ouch," said Pip. "You must go through that every day." "Yeah, pretty much," said Misty. "So, what brings you to meet Hitch?" said Pip curiously. "I heard he has a baby dragon, and I wanted to see it," explained Misty. "I was surprised to hear dragons are in Equestria again, so I wanted to see it with my own eyes and believe it myself." "It was indeed a miracle when he was first born," said Pip. "Though I should warn you, this dragon is quite the hoofball. It's like having an untrained puppy that breathes fire." "Yes, and that dragon fire is what I'm after," Opaline secretly said to herself under the coat. Just then, they ran into another pony. It was Izzy Moonbow. "Hiya, Pip," said Izzy. "Ooh, who's this big girl?" "This is Mystic Oval," said Pip. "She's new to town, and she came here to meet Sparky." "This is another one of the 5 ponies," Misty whispered to Opaline. "That's fine," said Opaline. "But we don't have time for idle chit-chat. We've already stalled too much." Izzy looked up at Misty.
"Say, you look a lot like my new unicorn friend Misty. I guess this is a small world after all."
Misty said, "Well, it's been nice meeting you, Izzy, but I really need to get to Hitch's station and meet this dragon of his. I have a very tight schedule." Opaline started to walk, but Izzy suddenly stopped her in her tracks.
"Now hold on just a darn tootin' minute there," she said. "I can't let any new pony get by me without a welcome party."
"A welcome party?" Misty said, lighting up her face. "Seriously?" Opaline groaned. Izzy called the rest of her friends with a strange mating call. Out came Sunny Starscout, Zip Storm, and Hitch Trailblazer. Hitch had Sparky with him. Opaline peeked through the gap in the coat. "There he is," she whispered.
"Who's this, Izzy?" asked Sunny. "This is our new friend, Mystic Opal," said Izzy. "Now let's welcome our new friend the way we always do, with a dance party."
Opaline gasped. She then whispered to Misty, "Misty, I refuse to do such a thing. That dragon is right there."
"I don't think we have a choice," Misty whispered back. "Let's just dance for a little bit and distract the ponies, and then you can try and get the dragon."
Opaline rolled her eyes and said, "Fine, let's get this over with."
"Let's get this party started," cheered Izzy.
"I'll get the music started," said Pip, and she did. Once the music started, the other ponies started dancing. Opaline grumbled as she started moving her hooves unenthusiastically. Izzy nudged the disguised duo.
"Come on, you can do better than that," she said. "Shake that unicorn butt."
Opaline reluctantly put some more effort into her dancing. As other ponies danced, Misty was getting into the groove. She was having the time of her life. However, midway through the song, Opaline decided enough is enough. She was through with Misty displaying her mission with all this nonsense she put her through. She abruptly stopped dancing and shouted, "All right, that does it!" Hearing this caught Misty off guard, and she was now terrified. The other ponies stopped dancing, and Pip stopped the music. "What was that?" asked Hitch.
"Did that come from you, Mystic?" asked Sunny.
"That didn't sound like your regular voice," said Pip. Misty tried to come up with a convincing lie.
I was doing an imitation."
"I didn't see your mouth move when you said it," said Zip. Misty lied again.
"Oh, I'm a ventriloquist. Now let's get back to the party."
However, through with Misty's shenanigans, Opaline started to growl furiously. She was now a brooding volcano about to erupt any second, and Misty was now terrified.
"You sound pretty hungry, too. I can hear your tummy growling."
Misty didn't know what to do, but Opaline's fury continued to grow until she finally let out an explosion of rage through Misty, throwing Misty off of her, and finally getting out from under the coat, revealing her true identity in front of the main five. The main five all gasped in shock to see Opaline in front of them.
"An Alicorn?"
Sunny said in shock. "They actually exist?" "That is right, Sunny Star Scout," Opaline responded. Sunny gasped. "How do you know my name?" "I know all about you," Opaline answered. "Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Queen Opaline, and I seek my Alicorn magic, which I have not had for centuries. I came here for the one thing that would give me back my power, in the most wasteful and humiliating way possible."
"I thought it was fun,
Opaline," said Misty. Opaline then got up in Misty's face and said firmly, "Misty, don't ever make me do that again. Do you understand?"
Yes, Opaline,"
Misty said in a scared tone. The ponies gasped again.
"Misty?"
Pip said.
"You've been working with her all along?" "Yes, it's true," Misty answered. "She promised to help me get my cutie mark."
"Enough!" yelled Opaline. "I am here for the one thing that will give me back my Alicorn magic. That dragon!" Opaline pointed at Sparky. "You want Sparky?" asked Hitch. Then he stood his ground and said, "Not on my watch. If you want Sparky, you're gonna get through me first." "You underestimate my powers," said Opaline. She then lowered her horn and formed an indestructible bubble around Hitch and Sparky. The bubble lifted them off the ground. "Hitch!" Sunny shouted. "Sparky!" shouted Zip. "I may have a lack of power, but I still got enough to capture you two," laughed Opaline. "Come, Misty, let us return to the castle and finish this job."
Right,"
said Misty. Misty hopped onto Opaline's back, and Opaline flew back to the castle, taking Hitch and Sparky with them. Hitch and Sparky tried everything they could to break out of the bubble, but to no avail. "I can't believe it," said Sunny. "A real Alicorn here in Equestria."
"I can't believe Misty was lying to us this whole time," said Izzy.
"I have so many questions," said Sunny. "But right now, we need to save Hitch and Sparky." Zip then jumped to the conversation. "Hey, Sunny, remember that message from Twilight Sparkle? I remember she warned us about an Alicorn, but we didn't get her name because she was breaking up." Sunny gasped. "You're right, Zip. Queen Opaline must be the Alicorn Twilight was warning us about." "That would be my guess," said Zip.
"But why would she want Sparky for?" asked Pip. "Maybe because he's so cute?"
suggested Daisy. Sparky is the first dragon Equestria has had for many years, said Sunny. Magic is still new here in Equestria. It could be possible that Sparky has some magic that Opaline needs to restore her magic. We have to get him before she does. The first thing we need to do is figure out where she is, said Zip. Now, if I were an Alicorn queen, where would I want to hide?
Didn't she say she was going to a castle? Said Izzy.
She did, said Zip, but the only castle I know is my old home by Zephyr Heights. Pip handed Zip her phone. Here, Zip, she said. You can use my Pegasus Maps app. Thanks, sis, said Zip. Zip opened up the app. She scrolled a little ways past Maritime Bay. It wasn't long until she found Opaline's castle. Aha! There's a creepy-looking castle not too far from here. That's gotta be where Opaline is. Great detective work, Zip, said Sunny. Come on, girls, let's go.
Woohoo! Road trip!
Cheered Izzy. As they were walking to the castle, Pip made a live stream for Pipsqueak saying that she had an emergency and will be back later. Meanwhile, back at the castle, Opaline was ready for Sparky to give her the dragon fire she had been desiring. She let Sparky out of the bubble and left Hitch inside the bubble. Though getting the fire was a lot tougher than she thought. Sparky was running amok around the castle. Opaline and Misty tried to catch him, but to no avail. Sparky breathed fire all over the castle, hitting just about everything but Opaline. It wasn't long until Sunny, Izzy, Zip, and Pip arrived outside the castle. Izzy hauled her Izzy Dusted alongside her. This must be the place, said Zip. Hitch and Sparky must be inside, said Pip. Zip then nosy as Izzy does it. Why do you have that, Izzy? She asked. That's only slowing us down. Knowing Izzy, I'm sure she has a good reason.
I do indeed, said Izzy.
She opened up her contraption.
I'm going to craft a little disguise for us, she explained. Opaline and that backstabbing Misty fooled us with one, so I think it's only fair that we give them a taste of their own medicine.
Izzy worked swiftly with her materials and crafted a gigantic, scary-looking disguise.
Ta-da!
She said after she finished. Little disguise, huh? Blinked Zip. What exactly is it? Asked Sunny.
It's a knuckle-eve,
explained Izzy.
One of the most feared creatures out there. Even alicorns are scared of it.
Well, I've never heard of such a creature, said Sunny. How do you know about this stuff, asked Zip.
Oh, I've been around.
Izzy winked. That'll totally scare the horns off those two, said Pip. It's worth a shot, said Sunny. Okay, let's suit up. So they did. Sunny got on Izzy's shoulders, and they made out the front half of the costume, while Zip got on Pip's shoulders, making up the rear end of the costume. I hope this works, Sunny said as they proceeded inside the castle. Back in the castle, Opaline and Misty were still trying to catch Sparky, but then they stopped when Opaline sensed an intruder coming into the castle. The ponies in their knuckle-leaf costume came into view and approached the two. This caught Opaline by surprise. Misty was so scared she hid behind Opaline. What brings you inside my castle? Demanded Opaline. I am a knuckle-leaf, Sunny said in a monstrous-sounding voice. I hear that you have an earth pony and a baby dragon in your possessions. Sparky saw through the girl's disguise and was happy to know they came to his and Hitch's rescue. Sunny continued, Release them to me now! Ha! Never, said Opaline. This dragon is mine to give me my magic back. Give them to me now, or I'll eat your souls, yelled Sunny. Izzy pulled off some convincing special effects. This terrified Opaline so much. All right, I surrender, she screamed. She released Hitch. Hitch ran up to Sparky and grabbed him. Never do this again, or I'll be back, said Sunny as the group left the castle. That was so scary, said Misty. Oh, don't be such a crybaby, Misty, said Opaline. As soon as they were far away from the castle, the girls got out of their disguise, and everyone quickly returned to the Maritime Bay. Little did they know, Miss Opaline was watching them all along. Curses! Opaline shouted. I've been tricked! This has to be the most humiliating day of my life. I didn't think I'd have to resort to this. Opaline took out a mysterious stone, known as the Memory Stone. She held it to her horn, and a wave of light spread from it all the way to Maritime Bay. The effect went through the minds of the main five, erasing their memories of what happened that day. They were all confused about what happened, and had no recollection of anything they had witnessed that day, but they all decided to shrug it off and move forward with their lives. There, said Opaline.
What did you just do?
I just erased their memories of everything that happened today, answered Opaline.
Why did you do that?
Because, Opaline answered, I feel I am not ready for them to know of my existence yet, especially after all the humiliation I went through in front of them today. Now, hear me out, Misty. Let us never speak of this again. Do you understand me?" Misty gulped.
"Yes, Opaline."
"Thank you," said Opaline. "However, you are not excused from your tasks. Since going into Maritime Bay myself didn't work, I suppose we will have to go back to square one. Now you listen to me, Misty. I don't care how you do it, but get me that dragon. And this time, don't come back without him, or I will never give you your cutie mark."
"I promise I won't let you down again," said Misty.
"You'd better not," said Opaline. The end.